Okay, so we're going to start on chapter 13. We've got 5 parts. The first part is property taxes. Okay, so the textbook talks about taxes and insurance. It actually gives you a breakdown of how taxes, most of our income that we generate goes towards individual income taxes. We do have Social Security taxes that are paid, sales and excise taxes, property taxes, and then other taxes and corporate income taxes. That's a pretty nice little graphic there to show. Okay, property taxes, most people who own property, usually we're talking about real property like homes, will pay what's called property taxes. And the money that's generated for property taxes is used to pay for police protection, emergency response, fire protection, emergency response, 9/11 emergency services, public schools, street and sidewalk maintenance, snow removal, parks and recreational facilities, activity programs for seniors, and libraries. Now, the way property taxes are computed is first you come up with a fair market value of a property. The fair market value usually is determined by the sale of the property. And then from there, once you have the fair market value, you can then develop what's called the assessed valuation. And then from the assessed valuation, you'll go ahead and compute the property tax, okay? Property taxes are based on assessed valuation. Depending on what state you live in, the assessed valuation can be affected by the fair market value. Different in different states. So let's take a look. Find the assessed value from the following pieces of property owned by Martha Spencer. So Martha Spencer owns a home. The fair market value is $298,000, and the assessed valuation rate is 40%. So what we're talking about is the assessed valuation is 40% of the fair market value. So to compute A, we're going to get $298,000. We're going to multiply by 40%, and that means that the assessed valuation is $119,200. The assessed value is $119,200. The business property, the fair market value of the business property is $328,500. That is assessed at a rate of 35%. So pretty straightforward. 328.5 times 0.35 or 35% gives you $114,975. And C is the same. It's $123,800 multiplied by 60%. These are the values, the assessed values, and that is what's going to be used to determine the property tax. Finding the property tax rate, we're going to estimate the amount of money needed for taxation authorities. So counties, cities, states are going to figure out, well, how much money is necessary or needed. Then we're going to figure out what the total market value of all the real properties in that district, what's the fair market value. We're then going to determine what the assessed valuation of the real property in the tax district. And then the rate is going to be determined by taking the total amount needed divided by the assessed valuation. Take a look at an example, and that'll enlighten us as to how it all works. Okay, so find the tax rate for the following school districts, rounded to the nearest hundredths of a percent. The amount needed is $14,253,000. Total assessed value is $1,575,890,000. We'll just do A because B is going to be the same. So we'll look at the formula that we just learned. Property tax rate is determined by taking the total tax amount needed divided by the assessed valuation. Amount needed, $14,253,000. Total assessed valuation, so it's just this needed divided by the assessed valuation. 14,253 divided by 1575890, 0.90%. That becomes the the tax rate to the nearest hundredths of a percent. Moving on to finding the property tax itself, the property tax, pretty straightforward as well. We'll take the tax rate, which we learned how to develop in the previous example, and we multiply it by the assessed valuation. Now, there are different ways depending on what state, what county, different ways that it's being computed. The first is the percent way. The percent method is used here in the state of California. We have a 1% rate on the assessed valuation. So, but in this example here, it looks like it's 2.17%. So 0.0217 multiplied by the assessed valuation, boom, it's $3,775.80. Apparently, some states actually use what's called dollars per 100. So the tax rate of this example here is $11.42 per 100 of assessed value. So the way we're going to figure this out is we're going to take 56,300, that's the assessed valuation. And the first thing we need to do is divide it by 100 to find out how many hundreds are in 56,300. And what that turns out to be is 56,300 divided by 100 is 563 hundredths. Now we take it's $11.42 per 100. Well, $11.42 multiplied by the 563 gives us the 6429.46. So $6,429.46. In some locations, they use dollars per 1,000. That actually makes it a little bit easier. So 197,000 means you divide that by 1,000, you're going to get 197. And since it is $98.12 per 1,000, then you'll take $98.12, multiply it by 197. The total tax, $19,329.64. And the mills is kind of a weird thing, and it makes no sense to me why people would do this, but apparently they do. They call the term mills. So if you have 46 mills, then you're going to divide 46 mills by 1,000 to find 0.046 per dollar of assessed valuation. Assume a tax rate of 46 mills. You'll take the 46 divided by 1,000, so it really just means a 0.046. And let's say the assessed valuation is 81,000. So you'll take 46 mills, which equals 0.046. We'll multiply that by 81,000, and that gives us 3,726. So those are four different ways, 4 different ways of computing property tax. The following chart shows the same tax rates written in 4 different systems. Although expressed differently, the rates in each of this chart are equivalent in tax rates. So as an example, if you have a 1.25% tax rate, that's equivalent to $1.25 per 100, or $12.50 per 1,000, or 12.5 mils. 3.2% is equivalent to $3.20 per 100, $32 per 1,000, and 32 mils. The only reason why I think some counties or governments use any of these is to make it so it's more confusing, and the average person may not be able to just kind of see it and understand it. So, the simpler way is just to give a percent, right? And you're good to go. All right, so find taxes given the assessed value and the tax rate. Property taxes are found by multiplying the tax rate by the assessed valuation. So let's see, the first one is 58,975 with an 8.4%. That's real easy. 58,975 multiplied by 0.084, $4,953.90. B is 875,400, and the rate is $7.82 per 100. Take the 875,400. We're going to divide that by 100. And let's see what we come up with. 8,754 hundredths. The rate is $7.82 per 100. So we're going to take $7.82, multiply it by 8,754, which we came up here. And that's going to give us a total tax of $68,456.28. 129,600, that's C. That's based upon $64.21 per 1,000. So we just have to take the 129,600 and divide it by 1,000. That's going to give us 129.6 thousandths. We take the $64.21 rate, multiply it by 129.6, and we come up with $8,321.62. And finally, D, we'll take 221,750, that's the assessed valuation, 94 mils. We've got to convert the mils. So we'll take 94 mils is equal to 0.094. 94 mils divided by 1,000, it's going to be 0.094. We'll take 0.094, multiply it by the assessed valuation, 221,750, and that equals 20,844.50. Let's take a look at Diego Garcia. He considers property tax, well, he's considering property tax as he decides where to build a 40-unit apartment house with an expected market value of $2,800,000. One county property is assessed at 50% of the market value with a tax rate at 3.2%. The second county property is assessed at 80% with a tax rate of 35 mils. Okay, so we just have two that we have to analyze. We have the $2.8 million, $2,800,000. Let's look at the first, it's assessed at 50%. So we're going to take $2,800,000, multiply it by 0.5 first. Okay, so that gives us what the assessed valuation is. Then its tax rate is at 3.2%, that's 0.032. So 2,800,000 multiplied by 0.5, let's not stop, let's move on, times 0.302. That gives us a total tax of $44,800. The second property is assessed at 80%, and the rate is 35 mils. Well, 35 mils first has to be converted to a rate, so 35 divided by 1,000. 35 divided by 1,000 is going to give you 0.035. So we'll take the 2,800,000, first multiply it by the 80% to get the assessed valuation, and then multiply it by the 35 mils rate, which is 0.035, and we get 78,400. The difference between the two taxes is $33,600 per year. So naturally, that's going to be pretty significant, something that a business owner would like to take into consideration.